Hello, my name is Ghazal Khaksari. I am a master's student of science in urbanscape design from UITM University in Malaysia. And today I want to talk about how evolution of workplaces during pandemic affected urban planning and zoning. The icon of contemporary world is globalization. However, during pandemic, the main solution that governments had to control this crisis was to close the borders and focus on nationalism. Some countries were successful to expand the economy globally by using virtual online platforms. Obviously, our work habits changed, and this change was in a small scale, but its repercussions affected our cities in the larger scale, as we could see in the deserted areas. If the pandemic persists to continue this change, then this change would definitely be permanent, and our urban areas would adjust organically, and our planning and zoning would be more practical for the next crisis. If we consider our home as a safe haven, the safety will be threatened if it couldn't provide our basic needs. So we have to work and we have to earn money in order to provide our basic needs. So if we combine these ideas together, we can create a self-sufficient home unit. And this means that this home unit can last and survive for almost forever, especially during crises such as this pandemic. If we expand this idea to the medium scale, which is the neighborhood scale, we can also create a self-sufficient neighborhood. And by using a proper digital network and infrastructure, we can attach all the home units and also neighborhoods together. And we can just quarantine the neighborhoods that we want during a pandemic or epidemic disease. And our administrative zones were reduced because we divided the workplaces into home units and neighborhoods. So this diagram shows what I said right now. Historically, our urban areas evolved in a very innovative way toward disease outbreaks. For example, in cholera in 1800 necessitated the buildings to have new plumbings, and it devised new laws for urban zones. So coronavirus was no exception, and as we can see right now, a lot of companies tend to be more virtual and using the digital economy instead of being more physical. So we are experiencing contactless and digital economy. And currently in factories, we can use people are the company owners and factory owners are using technology for manufacture, and humans are being replaced to minimize contact during the production of goods. And something that we might see in the future, and it is already changing, is the functional zoning of our cities. As the demand for working remotely increases, the administrative zones in the cities will be deserted, and the land and the blocks, the office blocks, are being allocated to other needs. And we might also experience population movement in the future toward more natural and rural areas, as the main reason people live closer to city centers is that because they want to be close to their workplaces. And if they don't have this limitation, they might experience somewhere more peaceful. Something else that we might face in the future is the changes in the pattern of density of the built environment. The density will decrease in city centers, and we might have wider spaces between the buildings, and these places actually might be used for lively spaces that people enjoy. And of course, we have to apply the distancing design techniques because for the future contagious diseases. And these are the attributes that the impacts on the attributes of urban context. Another attribute was the undeniable positive impact that it had on the environment. And we could see that the carbon emission in the atmosphere reduced by a great amount, and it had also positive effects on waste and wildlife and habitats and also energy. We could also see that our cities turned to something more flexible, and spaces in commercial areas and administrative areas were more acceptance toward being converted to something more useful, like for using healthcare and these things. In order to sum up, I just want to mention that I know some jobs cannot be done at home, and something that I'm proposing right now is that I just want to say if we reduce that by half, we can ensure less energy, less labor, less time for commuting. And we need people's acceptance, the public acceptance, acceptance of company owners, employers, employees, and all the people have to understand that this is going to be an effective change. And as a result, our lifestyle, especially work life habits, define urbanism. And urbanism is not only the tangible areas in our cities, but the human collective existence that urges to stand out, develop, grow its potentialities. Thank you.